But we'll begin with breaking coronavirus news coming from the University of Michigan in Ann Arbor. Undergraduate classes will start online only in the new semester. This comes after the university initially planned to offer classes in person.
The university says it is going to be serious about enforcing these policies.
An outbreak of COVID-19 at the University of Michigan.
Are you concerned with the number of cases on the rise here?
I would say yes.
Effective immediately, the county is issuing an emergency stay-in-place order for all undergrads, calling it a critical move to slow the number of COVID cases. The school, in a letter from the president, says at least until November 3rd, so the school may actually extend it if they don't see better numbers.
Right now, it just isn't working with COVID cases on a steep rise. And now the University of Michigan telling students to stay home for the upcoming winter semester.
The fall semester was already strange for these students, but the winter semester is going to look entirely different.
Okay, so hello. Welcome everyone to season 7 of Survivor Michigan. We are very excited for another season of the best reality TV show you can find on YouTube. So, you guys introduce yourselves to each other a little bit earlier. I'll introduce myself. I'm Brady. I will be your host for season 7. And yeah, it's great seeing everyone's bright smiling faces on a Zoom call. So, first things first, we're gonna divide you guys all up into tribes. The way we're gonna do this is totally random, but we're going to leave it like gender-based. There'll be 9 of you on each tribe as there's 18 people. There's only 17 of you guys in this call right now. We have someone named Evelyn who hopefully will show up later. She sadly just had something last minute come up and could not make it today, but she will also be on one of the tribes. So the tribes will have 9 people. One tribe will be 5 guys, 4 girls. The other tribe will be 5 girls, 4 guys. And the way we're gonna do it is randomized. So I'm gonna spin the wheel and the first 5 guys whose names come up are gonna be on one tribe, and then the remaining 4 guys will be on the other tribe, and then I'll do the same thing for the girls. So, who is on tribe 1? Between the Bryans, Brian S. is on tribe 1.
I don't love lying. I know it's Survivor, you have to lie, you have to screw people over. I think I'm just naturally, like, probably too honest in real life. I hope I make it far enough into this game that I can come up with a good lie or pull something out of my ass. I don't know.
Oh, this is cute. Look at that. Brian C.
I want to play the game. I'm going to play the game. I'm going to go far. But everyone else isn't going to know that until it's too late.
Will, congratulations.
You know, I only have one more year at the University of Michigan, and I really want to make the most of the time that I have here. I want to be able to like tell my kids that, yo, Michigan is badass, and I did all this cool stuff here. So I'm just trying to make the most of it. And I thought that, since I'm a huge Survivor fan, that Michigan Survive would be the best way to do that.
That's really close. I think it's Zach. Woo!
What's up, everybody? My name is Zach. I'm a sophomore. I am in Ross, and I have minors in CS and education, and I'm excited to be here.
All right, and the last male member that's going to be on the first tribe will be Jared. All right.
I will never take anything personally in this game. At least, hopefully, I will not take anything personally. Because again, it's just a game, and I'm here to play it. Because I love Survivor. I've loved it for many, many years now. And I am getting this really great opportunity to play, and I don't want that to go to waste.
Ian, Alex, Rohan, and Juan, you guys will be on tribe 2, so that's how it's split up for guys.
I don't want to say out loud I like lying, but I enjoy acting and I enjoy joking around.
This is a game for me. It's a game I'm really trying to win, so I'm not going to be afraid to backstab or break anyone's trust.
There's just something about the game where it triggers your will to survive, right? even if you have no idea what the game is about, the thought of being voted out, of being eliminated from the game, just triggers something inside of every human, like psychologically.
But yeah, it was kind of cool to just see everybody there and feel like, you know, this is it. This is what we all are here for. This is what we wanted to do.
And for girls, first 4 girls that I'm going to spin will be on Tribe 1. The other 5 will be on Tribe 2. All right. Let's see it. All right. Carolyn, welcome to Tribe 1.
I want to win so bad. And I'll do anything. I really don't care if people like me at the end of this.
And Megan C.
Let's go! I've been studying, I've been scheming, game plan, day 1, go in, be nice, be friends with everyone.
All right. Soraya, you are also in Tribe 1.
I wouldn't like to be backstabbed and be the one going home, the first one going home. And I kind of want to test the waters and see where everyone's loyalties really lie. And
all right, and the last female member of Tribe 1 will be, it looks like Kaylin.
Like, it all moved very fast, but I also feel like this is the University of Michigan and everything moves fast here.
Okay, so with that, we got Carolyn, Megan C, Soraya, and Kaylin on Tribe 1, and everyone else whose names you see on the screen, including Evelyn, Emma, Megan S, Luciana, and Maddie. You guys will be on Tribe 2.
I'm disappointed that I didn't get to be part of the first day. I'm kind of mad at myself for whatever the heck made me throw up. But, you know, I'm glad I didn't end up embarrassing myself by going anyway, because I feel like I was debating doing that, and I made this harder choice to just go to sleep.
I think that I will hopefully win because I feel like I have the personality to make friends and make alliances easier.
I also realized that my Michigan state flag can be seen, so I should probably explain. I live like right outside of MSU, and we kind of grew up like with that, so I figured I shouldn't really take it down once I got accepted to U of M. So yeah, I've left it up for this long. I might as well just keep leaving it up.
So I'm trying to reach out to people, seeing, you know, if other messages come my way, but we'll see about it.
The first step is make genuine connections. The second step is manipulate everyone.
We're gonna split you guys up into breakout rooms to talk, converse with your tribes a little bit, figure out your tribe names, and also divide your tribe up based on the different skills we're going to set out.
What's a cool animal? I was gonna say we need like a mascot of some sort. Yeah.
Carolyn, were you the one with the bear?
Yeah, he's right here.
Oh, that's really
He's a
smart.
big boy.
You could just do a sports team name, just straight up plagiarize like an NFL team.
Do with Spurs since Rohan has it in his background.
Big Spurs fan out here.
Down with that. I'm down with that too.
I'm so good with that.
But what about the Bearz?
I love it.
Just the Bear tribe.
Go Bears.
Like just one word, like the Bear.
Yeah. Go Bears.
I'm all for it.
Yeah, we changed one letter.
letter.
Yeah, like
Amtodio. Spurs.
or like we changed the last S for like a vowel or something.
For like a Z.
Yeah, Spurs with a Z.
Tribe 1, first off, what is your tribe name?
We're the Bearz.
Are you the Bears or
The
Bears?
Yeah, the Bearz.
You're just the Bears.
The
All right.
Bear.
One word.
Nice. All right, Tribe 2, what are you guys?
The San Antonio Spurs with a Z.
Are you just the Spurs, or you want to be the full San Antonio Spurs?
Just the Spurs.
Just the Spurs with the Z. All right, love to see it.
Our tribe name fucking sucks.
We decided we need something that had like a mascot, and when we were introducing everybody, we had like
talked about our Zoom backgrounds, and I have my big bear boy back here.
Come on, guys. We could have been literally anything. The world was our oyster, and yet we decided to be basic as hell.
The name, Bearz, like, I don't know how I feel about it. It's not the best name.
Yeah, I'm content with the name Bearz. I really didn't care much that what our name was going to be.
The Care Bears weren't that bad. We could have been a tribe called Quest. We could have been Elemento in the Peace. Hell, we could have been Shrek-tacular. We could have been Shrek's Lovers. We could be the Onion Boys. All I'm trying to say is that literally anything is better than the Bearz.
So, for today's challenge, competing for tribal immunity, what you guys will be doing is splitting up your tribes based on different attributes. So there's 9 different skills, and you guys are going to put one person on your tribe at each skill, and then it's going to be like a relay race. So there's going to be skill on searching and finding things. There's going to be something that's just skill-based, something based on strength, something based on endurance, something based on intelligence, something based on speed, something based on balance, something based on perseverance, and the most important skill of all, something based on Survivor Michigan Seasons 1 through 3 trivia. For the searching task, you'll be finding 8 specific cards in the deck. For the skill challenge, you guys needed solo cups, and what you guys will be doing is making a vertical stack of 7 solo cups. For the strength task, it's straight strength. You gotta do 10 push-ups, 20 air squats, and a 30-second wall sit. For endurance, you guys needed a measuring cup. So what you're going to do in this time I'm gonna give you, you're gonna use that measuring cup to fill 32 ounces of water in any kind of cups that you want. So when your turn comes, you're just chugging water. For intelligence, I'm going to send you guys a math equation that you're going to solve when it's your turn. For balance, you guys need a book. You're just going to balance a book on your head for 30 seconds. For speed, it's like a mini scavenger hunt. I'm going to text you when it's your time 3 objects, and it is your job to find those 3 common household objects, hold them up to the camera, and let me know when they're there. Then we can go on to the next person. For perseverance, what you're going to do is any clothing you're wearing right now does not count. You must put on 7 additional shirts. So shirts, sweatshirts, anything like that, 7 shirts, and then take them off and count them when they come off. Then once that's done, then it goes to the Survivor Michigan knowledge section, where inside your tribe group me's again, I'm going to send a Survivor Michigan trivia crossword puzzle. You cannot get any help with the Survivor Michigan crossword puzzle from your tribe until 5 minutes have gone. So if after 5 minutes you're still not done the crossword puzzle, then you can get help from your tribe. So with that, it looks like everyone is ready to go. So Zach is going to be starting off for the Bearz, and Alex will be starting off for Spurs. You guys have to find 8 cards and show them to the camera. The 8 cards that you need are all 4 aces and all 4 sevens in a deck of cards. Survivors ready? Go. Show me the cards and yell, and then we'll get on to the next person. This challenge has begun. I see Zach frantically going. Soraya's moving, and so is Will. It's not their turn yet. Let's see who can come up with it first, Zach or Alex.
Done.
Zach, it looks like you both are good from my view. All right, next people up, Carolyn and Rohan. Straight tie. So the stacking has begun. Rohan's got 3, Carolyn's got 3. Neck and neck. I have to be able to see the full stack.
See that? I'd start my Starbucks.
You see that?
3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
So
Rohan and Carolyn, you're both good. On to Megan and Juan doing push-ups, doing squats. Powering them out.
Let's go, Megan.
Woo! Juan? Yeah, Juan?
Come on, Juan.
Hi, Juan.
Megan's done the push-ups first, on to squats. Juan has started his wall sit 10 seconds exactly behind Megan. That gives Bearz a very slight lead in this relay-based challenge. All right, that's 20 seconds on the wall sit for Megan, 10 for Juan. Now we wait. On to endurance. Bearz, you can go. And Megan S, start chugging. Go for it, Juan. You're all good. Megan's just going for it at once. Kaylin's got multiple cups, very different strategies going on right now.
Let's start, Megan.
Are you done?
Done.
All right, Bearz, I'm sending your math equation into your chat. And
You got
it's
this.
sent. Remember, is Megan done? All right, Spurs,
Yep.
I'm putting yours in your chat right now. All right, both tribes are on to the math equation. Again, I'm gonna need just one number into your chat. You cannot have any help from anyone on your tribe. So Brian S. and Emma are doing a math equation right now. I'm waiting for these notifications. The question, now that both tribes have it, you need to add the total number of players in this game, as well as the total number of classes that the University of Michigan, the total number of days that the University of Michigan has classes this weird COVID semester. So I'm still waiting for numbers from all of y'all. Nothing yet.
Is there an easy way to find these numbers?
All up to you. That's you using your intelligence, Emma. That's what the challenge is about. And the Bearz got the answer correct. So for speed, now Soraya is up. I'm sending the list of things you need into your tribe chat right now.
Brian?
Let's go, guys. Let's go.
Let's go, Bearz. Come on.
Bearz takes a little bit
job,
of
Brian.
the lead. Bearz in a lead right now. And Soraya's got all 3 objects. Next up is Jared doing balance.
Brady, tag me.
Started now.
Come on, Emma, you got this.
So Jared is 15 seconds in right now. Emma is wrong. That is the incorrect answer. You gotta try again. All right, and that's time. Will, start throwing on them shirts.
There you go, Jared. Let's go, Will.
Good job, Jared.
Yeah,
You
Will.
got this.
Emma, that is
We
also
need some
incorrect.
big T-shirts for the last one.
Oh my gosh.
Incorrect, Emma.
I'm
Don't
looking
get
at the
frustrated,
wrong.
you got it.
I'm looking at the wrong semester. That's the problem.
Oh wow, look at that.
There's time.
Okay, great.
So, 1, 2, and
I'm gonna take your time.
It was a typo. That was a typo. I did not mean to say.
Oh,
I did-
so
that was a
we're on
typo.
this puzzle. Emma, you're incorrect still.
That was a type. The second answer that I sent, the correction.
Both incorrect. I'm sending the scavenger hunt to Brian C. and Bearz
Lord.
right now with a commanding lead. Emma still stuck on that one question. And again, Emma must add the number of players in this game for this season of Survivor Michigan with the number of days that the University of Michigan has classes this semester. The number of days that we have class exams do not count. Saturdays and Sundays do not count. Just the days we have.
Oh my god.
It is not looking good for Spurs right now. Brian got that question right for Bearz very fast. Emma still struggling almost 5 minutes later. So Brian C is 2 minutes into looking at this crossword puzzle. Still no answer from him, but their tribe has a very commanding lead still. Emma has various guesses ranging from 131 to 75. Very big gap that she has to make up right now. Emma, how are you feeling right now?
Not that great.
Not good. So with that, Bearz can help Brian C on the crossword puzzle. Everyone get on in there.
Brian, can you read us off the numbers?
So the only thing I need from you guys is
Matt, you can now go
those three
find 3 objects. She already found the 3 objects looking at Daaa.
I have that.
Now, Ian, you can balance a book on your head for 30 seconds.
Do you need anything else, or do you everything?
I'm done. I just need to send it.
Okay, great.
And Ian's time is done. Luciana, I'm going to send the crossword puzzle to the Spurs chat. You guys might still be in this. Checking Bearz' answers right now. Brian just sent it in. And with that, Brian C and Bearz win immunity. No one from their tribe is going home this week. However, that means for Spurs, you guys will be going to tribal council this week, where you will be voting someone out of this game.
The challenge was so much fun. Oh my gosh. Going into it with just having the words, we didn't really know what to expect.
We made it, and we got immunity, and I don't know, I'm really proud of us.
I personally was very impressed by Megan for volunteering for a strength challenge and then doing really well and killing it. I'm pretty sure she did better than I could have done at the strength challenge, so you gotta give her props there.
I was really excited to be on strength because I felt like one of the guys would probably want to be on it, but no one seemed to want to do it, and I said I would do the strength challenge, so that was pretty exciting.
I think initially who stood out for me was Megan, especially because she took the initiative to take the strength task, which of course women have amazing strength, but I did not see that coming, and I thought that was amazing.
The Bearz came together, we formed a great team atmosphere, and everyone did their part.
When I heard that we had to put on 7 shirts, I ran over to my drawer and wanted to decide, which ones are stretchy, which ones are small, which ones are big that I could put on last. And then it happened to be that the biggest shirt that I had was an extra large, which I don't fit into. It's way too big for me because somebody else gave it to me. And it just happened to be a shirt that said, I have a small dick, which really, fits me really well and is a message I want the world to know, just about setting expectations.
We absolutely won that challenge. I'm so grateful I'm not going to be first boot.
I have beaten my one goal of not being kicked out first though, so I'm already a winner.
I really need this to be very wholesome because I would like to be at a good position for my first tribal.
I feel bad for, I think it was Emma on the other tribe. She took forever on that math equation.
But rip Emma. Or maybe Evelyn. Those are my 2 guesses. I can't really imagine that it's anyone else.
Go Spurs go, is what I'd like to say, but unfortunately, we lost the first challenge.
We did pretty bad, but it's okay. It was the first one.
I was feeling frustrated because how can you not be? Our team is losing, and just like in the voice of Jeff Probst, the host of Actual Survivor, Brady was announcing our team's failure just right in our face.
Emma obviously messed up in the first challenge, so she might be an easy target this vote. I don't know. We'll see.
I didn't realize till the last 2 minutes, but I was looking at an outdated calendar, which really set me back.
I reached out to Emma after the challenge was over, just saying hey girl, you give it your best, and I literally would not know what I would have done in your shoes because I'm also awful at math as well.
Obviously, I was talking to someone after, and they were probably you being a freshman, and especially with the kind of school that you came into in a kind of weird semester, probably put you at a very strong disadvantage. Don't really know how I'm gonna bounce back from that. Really the only thing I can think of is throwing Evelyn under the bus, even though I don't even know her, because maybe she could have done it in my place, and so I just got screwed over because she wasn't there.
The logical vote at the next tribal should be Emma, because we wouldn't be going to tribal if it weren't for her. But at the same time, you also need to consider the fact that Evelyn literally didn't even show up to our challenge.
Not having a tribe member for the challenge there was a little weird, especially because it was also the first time we all got to see each other and we were there as a tribe.
I think I have only felt like that only one other time in my life, and that was when I had the stomach flu a few years ago. And this wasn't like a flu or anything, this was like something, I don't exactly know, but I was on a different dimension all of yesterday.
I'm excited to meet the new person that's gonna join. Kind of forgot her name, but yeah, I'm excited for the rest of the semester.
During our first challenge, I took a photo of all of the people in the Zoom call because I'm crazy. And I recognized some of the names and I was like, oh, I didn't really think that I knew anyone in the other tribe.
During season 6 of Survivor Michigan, I was actually on the production team. I had originally auditioned for Survivor Michigan back in season 6, but wasn't cast.
And then I remembered that I played with my friend an online Survivor drinking game over the summer. I'm 22. It's allowed. And I go and I look at the group me for that, and lo and behold, 2 of the same names.
But Brian S., who worked with me on production for season 6, is also on my tribe and playing on the season. Him being on the season wasn't a surprise. Him being on my tribe kind of puts a wrench in the plans that I had going into this game.
I did know Jared. He was also someone who helped on production, so we did have that connection, and immediately I texted him and was like, hey, how do you want to play this? Should we what are you thinking? And basically we are kind of acting like we don't know each other.
The 2 of them are likely in cahoots, but if I were them, I wouldn't tell other people that. So I feel like it's probably some sort of secret alliance.
But another thing about me that I'm planning on opening up to my tribe about is when I was 3 years old, I was diagnosed with Asperger's. So, me being on the autistic spectrum, I know I'm gonna have some communication issues during the game, so I am gonna tell everybody, at least on my tribe, right away.
As the challenge was finishing up, Alex, told me, hey, could I get your number? We should talk. We did, and we met briefly after the challenge.
What do you think of the tribe so far? And I don't know if you've talked to people or anything.
I haven't. You're the first person that's reached out, so I'd be totes down to work with you.
And when I see the Venezuelan flag in the back, I was like, wait, I can do something here.
So I was on Zoom with Luciana, and I found out that she's from Colombia, and so we have another Latin connection in the tribe.
So I pointed out, and I was like, oh, you're Venezuelan, and he's like, yeah. And I was like, well, I'm Colombian. And then knowing in my mind that Juan is Puerto Rican, as he said when we were introducing ourselves to each other, I was like, this is alliance potential here.
I get good vibes from Juan just because I know he's from Puerto Rico, so I'm
yeah,
like,
this is the same thing then.
Yeah.
She talked about pulling in Juan because he's from Puerto Rico, so maybe we can have a little Latin domination in this season of Survivor.
And so for my tribe, I feel like I got super lucky because I got a tribe where there's 2 other Latinos. And so I did not feel alone at all.
So I have started a group chat and we're gonna see how that goes.
2 kind of immediately indicated that they wanted to kind of talk a little bit more besides getting to know each other. And by that, I mean actual game. Those 2 people were Luciana and Alex. We set up a Zoom call pretty early. And we were kind of had that awkwardness of like, yeah, so this is it, we're free Latinos in this tribe, like that's kind of a thing that binds us.
I wonder what the other tribe's doing right now. Like they must be chilling.
I wonder if they're talking as much as I imagine our tribe is.
They're the ones who got the coffee afterwards and like had bonding activities.
Oh, they definitely
Well, we panicked.
And we were talking through strategy, trying to bounce names out, trying to see if we could start an alliance and grab a majority number-wise.
But I don't know if it's gonna be, like, I'm really scared that it'll be like a 5-4 vote, because that's really drawing the line there.
Yeah. The two, I mean, full transparency, the two names that I've heard are like the ones that would be expected. Like I've heard Evelyn and I've heard Emma. Like no one's like been committal, like I'm doing this or I'm doing that. They just like throw that those are the two that like would be easy.
We didn't really come up with a target nor someone who we thought would be good to vote out in the first tribal council. But we did started getting more comfortable.
All right.
La tribu.
La
tribu.
I messaged Will, who had actually sent me like a private message for like in the Zoom call.
I wanted to make an alliance with Brian C. because I know he's soft-spoken, yet perceptive, and honest to a fault.
And we met up later that night. I think it was about 3 hours-ish after the challenge.
I just kind of my first impressions, especially after I saw you kill that crossroad. I was like, this is a man who knows what he's doing when it comes to Survivor.
Will knows what he's doing, which is very good early on. Maybe he'll be dangerous later on, but he seems very loyal as well, which I appreciate.
Immediately, I looked dead in his eyes and offered him final 2, knowing if I got a better deal, I could drop him like a hot brick. I'm going to be frank, I haven't talked to anyone yet. You're the first person who I've talked to.
Yeah, same.
I always kind of like laugh at the Survivor people when they make bold statements at the beginning, but I would be down to do final 2 if we can pull it off.
He was like, oh, I'm willing to like promise final 2 or whatever. That does seem like loyalty. Kind of.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, like you said, like you're smart. You're gonna. You're the first person I've talked to. Like, at this point, like, I'm not saying anything against you, and I would like to clarify that I would like to work with you, but like, final 2 to me doesn't really mean anything yet.
Yeah.
Like,
I guess if you decide it's best to turn on me, I can respect that as a play.
Yeah. I'm not gonna get upset if you stab me in the back at some point either, because like that's the game.
Who the hell says no to final 2? Even if you don't want to go to final 2 with them, you still tell them that you do. Because why not? If they're willing to take you to final 2, go with it.
I hope he didn't take that the wrong way. I don't think he did.
Which at first kind of spooked me. I thought maybe I'll have to cut him off now if, I can't trust him, if he told me to my face that he would vote me off. And then I thought about it some more, and I realized that he's just super honest.
Final 2 promises day 1 don't mean anything. I'll agree to, work with you, watch your back. You seem like a great person to bring to the merge and beyond. But final 2, that's not realistic on day 1 because of how fluid the game is and how much it's going to change.
My kind of take is that at this stage of the game, a 3 alliance is really powerful.
Yes.
And if we can maybe be the majority in that 3 alliance, the 2 of us, then that puts us at a really good position in the game, and maybe round ourselves off with someone who's a little bit more extroverted, kind of a leader position.
He mentioned having like a leader type person who's going to call the shots initially, push for people to get out, which is very good.
I believe Carolyn was also the one who was pushing the memo for the group.
Yes. I was thinking that as well once you mentioned like the leader type, like that's instantly who I thought of.
I thought she would fit perfectly as the person in our alliance who is a little bit more outspoken, but not necessarily the most strategic.
I did get good vibes from Megan also. I haven't reached out to her yet, but I plan to.
I liked Megan. Megan was cool. If the challenges continue to be similar like this one, that she could be very useful in the challenges from this point on.
So far, we're working on Megan, C, and Carolyn. We feel pretty good about them.
I messaged Ian because he's in SMTD and like I sing a cappella, so I was like, oh, like that would be a great idea. And he like posted in the Spurs group chat but didn't get back to me, which is somewhat sus.
I honestly just didn't see the messages. It didn't say that they were unread. They were just part of the list. So I think at one point my phone just said like read to all at once. So I was going back through the group chat after I sent out this now obviously tone deaf looking message saying hi to Evelyn before getting back to people like Maddie.
What is he doing? You know, if he's not talking to anybody, like how is he playing this game? You know, like I don't know if he's just expecting people to vote for me or what, but you know, if you're not going to talk to people, they're not going to vote with you.
People started messaging the other people in the tribe instantly, and because how frustrated I let Emma's challenge, I let it upset me. I think that gave me a false sense of security that she was the sure vote.
Ian was MIA for 3 days, which is not a good look, and honestly that's mainly his fault, and anyone's gonna latch onto that.
Just got off the phone with Juan. And we actually had a great chat. I really like him. He's super nice. Yeah.
I think I got the chance to message everybody, and some people kind of replied.
I messaged there was only one person who I messaged who didn't even reply, and it was Ian. And
Ian took a while to respond to me.
Yeah, so I'm just assuming that he probably just like isn't on his phone a lot or something, and like I don't know, he'll get back to me eventually. But it was like I messaged him, and then he messaged like welcome Evelyn. And then I was like, all right, he's gonna reply.
We weren't even like 6 messages deep, and he's like, oh yeah, Emma like super fucked up. She's like the clear target, LOL. And I was like, okay. Like you barely said hi to me.
Oh my god, that sucks.
Yeah, but I was like, whatever, it's fine.
He was like, oh yeah, Ian like bombarded me with messages and was like a really strange DMer, and he said like Emma totally fucked up the challenge. And so what do? I go straight to Emma.
Maddie just talked to Juan, who said that Ian bombarded Juan with messages like Emma fucked up the challenge, which like I did, but that's also kind of an asshole move. Like that's kind of shitty.
I kind of want to reach out to him, but I don't really know how to open that line of conversation.
Well, girlfriend, if he gets back to me, I will let you know. God, I'm such a fucking pot stirrer. I cracked myself up.
So I'm probably gonna vote him out. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I probably was going to anyway just because he hadn't been talking to anybody. But like, now I feel less bad about it because he's being an asshole.
I mean, I feel like if Ian hasn't talked to anybody, then I highly doubt anyone will be entirely opposed.
Yeah,
to
that's what I was thinking. But I definitely have created a stronger bond with Emma. We had a really nice call, and I think that I've also gotten her trust a little bit.
I think that I feel very confident in the group that we hope to put together.
I think she's fired up. So I think that like we are going to just create a bond that like kind of spirals into like a big snowball friendship. Which is great.
I have a good chance of not getting eliminated this week, and I at least feel much better than I did yesterday, you know.
I don't know if I should let him know that he's in trouble. I have kind of let him know that he's in trouble, but he's kind of oblivious.
I thought I was living a carefree lifestyle because Emma's the one who, at the first challenge, was really having trouble solving the math equation, I think. So I thought that I was free and clear, that everyone was going to vote her.
Yeah.
Yeah, nothing formal, just reaching out to like say hi to people, that sort of thing.
Yeah, which apparently you're having a little bit of trouble with.
I am.
Apparently, because I was talking with Maddie and she was like, not mad, but just kind of like weirded out because you hadn't, I think, responded to a message of her, but then you like responded to Evelyn in the tribe chat first.
Juan pretty much expressed to me that it was, you know, a sense of disrespect towards Maddie that she felt after her sending a message to me not responding, and then before even getting back to her, saying like a really joyful and nice and wholesome seeming message to Evelyn in the group chat. It just comes off stupid.
You kind of put in the spotlight, I guess. Like just with the fact that people now have this idea, you know, that you're not necessarily responding like immediately, and it's just because you're busy, so that sucks, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, to be honest, I think that a lot of people are probably thinking about voting for you at Tribal.
Juan tells me like 20 minutes ago that my name is starting to be thrown around. I just don't know what to do in this position because it would be hard to you know, turn the focus around without like scapegoating someone or picking someone who doesn't deserve it, just to get the attention off of me.
Right now, I don't think that I have enough people in my good graces to kind of dictate where the vote goes.
I feel semi-confident, at least because I caught the news early and I only have one class on Tuesdays, so tomorrow morning I can just wake up and try to set everything right.
I don't know how I feel about Will because I know he messaged Megan because she told me that. So I'm guessing he messaged everyone. And I don't like that.
After the challenge ended, I gave everybody kind of a little bit of a self-indulgence compliment, saying that they were some variant of badass or, you know, of the like in the way that they performed the challenge.
He just told me I made card shuffling badass. I didn't even know you could do that unless you were like a pro magician. But I did. I accidentally sent my screenshots of my text with Will into the producer group, or into our tribe group chat, which was sick. That was really cool to just like expose Will.
Then we get a picture from Zach. It's a DM between him and Will. And there's nothing substantial there. It's just Will saying, good card shuffling at the challenge. Zach says, nice to meet you. They talk about Will putting on all his shirts at the challenge. And it's just weird. Like, weird that he would send this to the chat.
And then I texted him like it was my bad, and I'm like, I knew I was gonna do it at some point. And then he just said, he's like, we didn't talk about anything sus, and I'm like, oh, not yet. And then he just sent me these like 2 winky faces. So now I'm gonna have to flirt with Will.
Zach, I feel like, had like the biggest impression on me, just because he's very out there and like loud and fun.
But I also start to wonder, because of that screenshot that got sent out mistakenly to our tribe, I'm thinking that, like, who could he who did he mean to send that to?
You know, it's not something that we're going to, like, gravely worry about, but I think it's something that we're going to have to keep in the back of our minds.
I don't know if that makes me want to work with Zach less because he already sent a screenshot of a private message in the group chat, but that was kind of funny.
I want to keep him in the game, but I don't know. I just don't have much good things to say about Zach. He's slimy. He's a snake.
So it was clearly an accident. Clearly wasn't strategy. I think everyone's kind of having those initial conversations with one another, so it's not really sketchy to see that, like, he said anything. If anything, like everyone else, he probably had a very similar conversation with. I think it would blow back more on him than me, if anything, because he's the one who sent the message first, but I really don't see it as an issue.
Will's opening line to Zach was quite literally the same thing he sent to me, except for he just changed out the activity we did.
William, he seems like he has like some kind of strategy going on. Like, I just like feel that.
Will and Zach have reached out to me and said really nice messages, like being very friendly, but I might have to keep an eye on them because I know this is a strategy for them to make friendships so that they can form alliances. I just have to figure out if I want to be on their side or on the other side.
I'm a little skeptical of Will because I think he lies as easy as he breathes.
In terms of Evelyn not being at the challenge, we understand things happen. She was sick. She had a valid excuse. You can't really control that. I spoke to her. She said that like she was so ill that like even if she had come, she probably would end up being a detriment to the tribe.
I was super sick, and so I was like throwing up and stuff when we were
that sounds
doing the
awful.
challenge.
Yeah.
So I just decided, I was like, I'd rather not embarrass myself, and I'll just go to bed because it was bad.
No one holds it against you. Like, it happens, you know, so you should be chilling. The only thing is that it's kind of hard to relate with her in our one-on-one conversations because the rest of us have that shared experience at this point and she doesn't. So I think she's at a bit of a disadvantage that way.
I also spoke to Evelyn just because I thought that like sending out some sort of olive branch would make her feel more comfortable and like kind of getting on her good side would allow her to trust me.
That's like my first priority right now. It's just like learning names.
I know. Like learn names, learn faces. Have some fun with it, right?
Exactly. Yeah, that's like the main reason too. I mean, like once again, winning number one, but like meeting people.
Evelyn literally had nothing to say, so that either means Evelyn like knows more than she's alluding to, or she literally has no idea what the fuck is going on, and either of those are totally probable.
I just talked to Evelyn. Yeah, I definitely feel bad with Evelyn because I feel like I gave her some false confidence.
Like the people I talked to, for example, Rohan was like, yeah, I don't think anyone's going to vote for him to be off. And I was like, yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
That's I'm a little nervous about like myself, but
yeah, I think it'll be all right.
We actually had a pretty decent conversation, which is interesting considering that she hadn't had like a really good conversation with anyone so far, from what I've heard.
Day one, they were talking about how like anything can be an idol and they're getting creative with it.
We have no idea what this idol is going to look like. We have no idea how us finding the idol is going to look like.
I don't know how you find an idol online. I don't know what that means. There is no idol hunt. The idols aren't real. They're digital. Do you know how big the internet is?
Kevin from production sent a link for finding an immunity idol.
Here, right here. Notice something very interesting. It says the world idol.
I have quite literally no idea. There's a password. Hold on. You can see that. There we go. There's a password you gotta enter. I have no idea what the password is.
This is just a wild goose chase, you know? But there's no geese to be found.
I'm trying some things out, seeing what happens. What the heck is the password?
So I was on the group meet just now and I saw that under the group description there was a link and it said idol on it, so I went to click it and it just brought me to this landing page that's asking for a password, which I assume if I figure out the password I'm going to get an idol.
I found a suspicious looking link hidden in some like text field in the GroupMe messenger app that we're using to communicate.
I also may have made a mistake. I told Maddie about the link just to warn her that like we should watch out for an idol.
I'm just gonna text. Oh. Ian changed the Spurs group me description. So obviously he found the... Sorry, this is all happening real time, people. This is real time. Ian changed the Spurs group me description because it has like the place for the idol.
Ian has deleted the link to the idol and changed it to just having fun. I'm like, dude, low-key, that really pissed me off, because like it's very obvious what he's trying to do. He's trying to like delete the link to the idol so no one else can find it. And he's very late to the party.
Joke's on him. I have the link already. So does everybody at this point, because Alex told me, I told Emma and I told Luciana. I fucking suck. Juan said that someone told him and then he told Alex. So it's like I have the link right here. I can pull it up. But dang, that's sneaky.
So it kind of seems like, based off of my limited common sense, that he probably found the idol.
We are just in awe of this man's stupidity. No idea what he's doing, and this is not helping his case at all.
Yesterday, I had a 6-person conversation with myself, Rohan, Alex, Emma, Megan, and Luciana.
I was super excited. This is like the first group call where we were kind of talking, you know, like seriously talking strategy, you know, going into this tribal council.
So basically where we're at right now is that we are pretty much deciding the vote between Evelyn and Ian.
The big group is thinking to split votes. But some people seem like they don't really want to do that.
With that, if we do include Evelyn, then would we have enough people where we'd feel comfortable enough to split the vote?
I think
in case, because Ian is the one that we suspect if anyone has it, it's him.
Yeah.
So
coming back to a split the vote conversation, I think that logistically the way that would work isn't as risky as you guys might think it is, because we have 6, right? And they have 3. And we decided that we were going to split the votes between Ian and Evelyn.
You're getting 6 people together to split votes with 9. And you're saying a few of us go one way, a few of us go another way.
Because with this split, there could very well be like a random 4 people secret alliance that is planning on using a weak majority to vote someone out.
It seemed like Maddie and Emma were the ones who were pushing the split vote, which is kind of making a lot of people nervous, it seems like.
Juan, you know, one of the members of La Tribu, wasn't invited.
if Juan isn't tied to Ian, I don't know. I don't know if we want to trust that Juan isn't tied to Ian by this point.
But in the Zoom that we met with yesterday, everyone seemed a little concerned about Juan working with Ian. I don't really know what's happening there.
And in that group, Juan is like talking to everyone. And I know that everyone's talking to everyone at this point, but it's just like pretty apparent that Juan is like going out of his way to talk to a lot of people. I don't blame him. I'd be doing the same thing. It's just a matter of we have to be really careful about what we're saying in front of him.
We've been texting since pretty much right after that first challenge. I think he's been the person I felt closest with within the Spurs.
And while the six are getting together, Alex and I are scrambling. We're like, we have no idea what we're gonna tell Juan. We have no idea how we're gonna approach this conversation. You know, I text in La Tribu group chat and I'm like, guys, we need to meet as soon as possible. So we end up meeting at 8:30. Maddie was gonna meet with Juan at 9. That was one of the plans that was gonna happen after the meeting.
You know how this entire time I've been, you know, everybody I've been talking to is like, I've been like, unity, like, let's all vote together. Let's all, you know, be unanimous as a tribe, like try to bond afterwards. And Maddie pulls up the idea of let's split the vote and is adamant about it. Like she's so passionate about it.
Is it on Ian and Evelyn?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I spill the context of everything that happened. Alex takes care like of the logistics thing, like how how the split would work.
People are wary. I don't know if you what happened, but it was, I don't even remember who said it at this point in that call, like who brought it up at first.
Who brought it up?
That like Ian and Juan might be close.
I think it was Maddie.
Okay.
I honestly think it was Maddie. Makes absolutely no sense to me.
Oh.
From my knowledge, but
Y'all should not have told me that because I got 20 minutes before I got to meet with her.
We devised, a plan. At first it was a little bit messy and a little bit like, oh my gosh, like what's going on?
So I chatted with Juan last night and he literally threw Ian under the bus. He was like, Ian's so whack. And I was like, oh, those are some pretty harsh words for someone you like literally don't even know. Did you talk to, you said you talked to Alex and Rohan. They had the same message and Ian was like a little bit.
Ian was just different from like everyone, the way the message, it was the thing. So I was like, it was like whiplash I got.
We wanted to talk to Juan and let him know what the plan was so that he could help us. And so rather than it being like a 6-person split, it could be a 7-person split. That would just make us feel more secure.
Okay, so I guess really we just have to figure out who's voting for who.
So we should we're assuming Evelyn is voting Ian and Ian's voting Evelyn. Is that like what so we discussed splitting the vote between Evelyn and Ian, and that's what's going to happen. We're going to split the vote, and somehow we've convinced Evelyn to vote Ian and Ian to vote Evelyn. So it's going to be a 5-4 split.
Ian and Evelyn are voting for each other, which is why this split works so well. But yeah, my heart tells me to be careful. My mind tells me it should be fine.
This is so hard. Why? It's the first week. Why is it so hard?
And with that, I also have no idea what's happening in the game.
I'm not nervous at all, which is good, but I am thinking that the wrong move is being made tonight, so there might need to be some correcting to do.
I don't know what Ian did besides just not use GroupMe very well to end up going that low, but works for me.
As for Evelyn, I really haven't talked to her much yet. But I think, a vote is a vote, so.
Wait, are we blue or yellow?
We're maize.
Okay.
I thought we were blue.
No, we're blue.
I thought so too.
No, we're not. We're maize.
Hello, Bearz Tribe. Welcome to you guys' first tribal council. So, in this game, obviously we can't use fire over technology. So in this game, your Zoom call represents life. So when you leave this call / when your screen goes out, your life in this game ends. So we're just gonna jump right into it. Megan, what was it like showing up on the first day, just hopping into a Zoom call with 17 other people that you might have to vote out in an online game?
I think we went into a breakout room at first, and we just kind of got to know each other. I don't think anybody talked any strategy at all the first day. Except that I think we were just talking about strategy for the first challenge.
And so, Maddie, to you, so far you've played the game for what, 3 or 4 days, something like that? Has it lived up to the Survivor experience so far, or are you disappointed with how it's going?
Yeah, I mean, I guess the Survivor experience that I expected from a Zoom Survivor game, it's definitely lived up to everything it's supposed to be. I mean, granted, it's only, the 4th day, maybe 5th day. So I think that so far, so good. I'm excited to be here today and continue, hopefully, and we'll just see how it goes. But yeah, I've loved it.
Good, we love to hear that. So Rohan, how has it been communicating with people, only online? And do you think that's going to have like a super lasting impact on the game going forward?
It hasn't been too bad. We got Zoom, we got text, we got FaceTime. It's like, even if we were in person, we wouldn't see each other like all the time. So most of the communication is like pretty normal. I think we're all used to it at this point. In terms of lasting effects, yeah, I mean, mainly just for the edit, but other than that, I think we're good.
Okay, fair enough. Luciana, obviously, you guys have been communicating somewhat. Has there been a lot of communication, a lot of stuff going on, and are alliances being made in any big way?
Communication-wise, I think we're all pretty much in the loop. I think there's been a lot of one-on-one conversations, not a lot of group conversations, not a lot of alliance strong conversations, just like small groups, maybe 2-3 people at a time, and that's it.
So Evelyn, she said there's not really a loop, or there's not many people to be out of the loop. You obviously couldn't make it to the first challenge. Do you feel out of the loop with anyone, or do you think you've caught up pretty well so far?
I think I've caught up pretty well.
That's it?
It's been good to actually get to know people and talk one-on-one. I've gotten the opportunity to talk to everyone, and I feel like I'm pretty well filled in on everything that's happened, and I'm excited to learn more about everybody.
So Ian, obviously you guys are here for a reason. It can't just be all cheery, happy-go-lucky the whole time. You are here to vote someone out of this game. So what have been some factors that you've been looking at this week for that person to vote out, and has any people's names popped up more readily than others?
I think my criteria for who to vote out is thinking about the challenges ahead. I really don't want to be in this position again next week where we have to vote someone out, and that always creates drama. So I want to keep people in the game who are going to help the Spurs win the next immunity challenge.
I mean, so speaking of challenges, Emma, obviously your performance in the last challenge comes up. Do you feel a target on your back from what happened in the challenge?
I definitely think at first I did, but I think after talking to people, I feel like the challenge really played on my weaknesses and not my strengths. So I definitely think that, hopefully I've convinced people that I still should be here and that it was just a one-off, and, hopefully they think I should stay.
So Juan, Emma's saying she feels pretty comfortable. Is that what you've been hearing this week? And have there been any major alliances being made to get people out? Or is it just kind of, what Luciano was saying, one-on-one talks, and it's kind of a free-for-all?
I think that Emma has definitely been brought up in a lot of conversations because of the fact of her performance in the challenge. But I don't necessarily think that people will consider that a reason to vote her out. And so when you don't have an obvious target, it comes to the fact that people are going to start talking with each other or with more than one person to figure out who should be voted out this week. And I think that it would be a lie to say that conversations haven't been happening.
So Emma, how does that feel hearing Juan be like, yeah, your name has been brought up this week?
I mean, I can't say I'm shocked. I'm not like, oh my goodness, I can't believe it. But, I definitely think that today was probably the day where I finally was like, okay, I think I'm okay. Obviously, I'm not 100% oh yeah, I'm definitely safe, but I think I am not as nervous as I was the first 2 days.
So Alex, obviously Emma said today something came up, she feels fine. What other people's names have been popping up this week? Or you don't have to say anything if you don't want to, but who's on the chopping block?
The game just started, so naturally everyone was being pretty cautious of what they were saying and didn't want to come off too strong. Everyone seemed like they didn't want to really push too hard in one direction or like be very forward by saying one name. So like a few times I heard Emma like was mentioned, like Evelyn was mentioned once because she didn't show up to the first meeting, and then like there was a few other people just for like random assortment of reasons. So like but no one ever like really put forth like this is what we're gonna do. So I have no idea.
So Maddie, is that how you feel this week? We're just kind of like, it might be one reason, might be another reason. You're just kind of coming in here, just hoping for the best.
Yeah, I think that there are various reasons that people could be voted off of Survivor tonight. I think it's really hard the first week. There's no clear alliance. There's no clear friendship between anyone. We've just met each other. So the only real thing that you can base your vote off of is probably something trivial, right? That being said, I don't think anyone should ever feel safe. I certainly don't. And that's all I have to say on that.
So we talked a little bit about people, you want to survive in challenges, you want to win the next one. Rohan, on the other side of that, is there anyone who's come out and kind of been more of a leader and painting a target onto their backs where maybe it's not their time this week, but maybe in future weeks?
Brady, looking at everyone's face right now, I can't say that anyone is like a clear leader. All of us are just getting to know each other. All of us are, like people said, playing cautiously first few days. And as of right now, like I still don't want to vote anyone out. So I can't say that like anyone is on my mind in terms of, hey, I got to look out for this guy.
Okay, fair enough. Megan, are you feeling the same way with everyone, where it's just kind of like a little thing might get you vote out, that's it, we're just going to go from this week and hopefully everyone will stay friends? Or is there maybe some chaos that might happen this week?
For the first couple days, I did not hear any names. I guess that could have been a bad thing because it could have been mine. But it was only like recently that I started hearing a few names. But majority of the time people were saying that they wanted to just keep the tribe strong to try to win more challenges, because the more united we are, like the better we're going to be for next week. So I think that's kind of the only consensus I've heard, is to try to get like everyone on the same page.
So Evelyn, obviously I've heard a lot of people say there's a couple names that haven't come up, but the only names I've heard are Emma's and yours. So how does it feel that your name is on the chopping block tonight, potentially?
I mean, I'm not surprised. I have to expect, obviously, I couldn't control that I couldn't show up, but it's still, it does come into effect, but I'm hoping for the best. I'm hoping that all of the conversations I've had over the last few days have been beneficial for me and just for the team as a whole.
Awesome. So thanks everyone. Before we get on to voting, I got a lot of big answers from you guys. Hopefully this voting will help clear that up. Before we go into voting, I want to see everyone raise their hand if you feel safe tonight. I do, but Juan's feeling good? Okay. So with that, it is time to vote. Alex, you're up first.
So I guess this vote is just for fun.
This is who should be going home tonight. This is nothing personal.
All right, I'll go tally the votes. If anyone has a hidden immunity idol and would like to play it, now would be the time to do so. All right, when the votes are read, the decision is final. Person being voted out will be asked to leave the Zoom call immediately. I'll read the votes. First vote, Evelyn. Second vote, Ian. 1 vote Ian, 1 vote Evelyn. Evelyn. Ian, that's 2 votes Ian, 2 votes Evelyn, 5 votes left. Evelyn is now 3-2. Evelyn has 3, Ian has 2. Ian, 3 votes Ian, 3 votes Evelyn, 3 votes left. Evelyn. Ian. There are 4 votes Ian, 4 votes Evelyn, 1 vote left. And the first person voted out of Survivor Michigan Season 7, Ian. Please state final remarks if you have them and turn off your Zoom call, or leave the Zoom call.
I have no one to blame but myself. You guys all seem pretty cool, so I wish you luck and play hard.
So with that, you guys have voted out the first member of your tribe. With a 5-4 vote, it looks like your tribe has a lot to figure out going into the next challenge, as well as thinking about the future. All right, so with that, grab your stuff, head on out. Good night. I'll see you guys later this week for your next challenge.
I don't know how the fuck I'm still here.
Yeah, we sort of fucked up.
We did.
I gave her all the tea.
Whatever, I don't know what game Brian C and Will are doing, but they're not being very discreet.
We are going to be doing our first reward challenge of the season.
I think I would do a lot better in regular Survivor. The virtual season did not go my way. By ignoring my phone for the first 24, 48 hours after that first immunity challenge, I think I put myself in a worse position than Evelyn, who wasn't even present, and Emma, who, in my opinion, is the reason we lost the challenge as a team. But I think I'll definitely try again in the future.